I'll never forget these dank walls.
Stay strong. It's not over yet.
Things. Me too. It's not like he'll miss any of it once he's dead. Damn, I forgot. That vicious little Guts has the keys. Boy, that animal makes my skin crawl. He's only happy when he's carving someone up. If he didn't scare you, he wouldn't be a good torturer. I don't know how he can enjoy it so much, but he does his job well.
You risk yourself too much, Gawain. Do not forget you're hurt.
Don't worry. What was that? Seven hells, they're going to kill him!
Do not move from here. I'll take care of this.
Save him, Alistair. I owe him my life.
Guts, you heard your orders? Finish it. It's time to put an end to the trouble you've caused us, Crow. Now say your prayers.
What the? Mors, what in the flame are you doing here?
Alistair, is that you?
Tell me why I always find you in the worst of situations.
What about you? Why'd you always take so much time to come?
Believe me, it's a long story. But we need to get away from here right now. Gawain told me that you helped him escape. Thank you for that.
Gawain? Your brother? I would never have recognized him. When I let him go, I thought he would leave me to rot here.
You're uglier than I remember. You must really have upset them.
You know me. Always good at making friends.
Right, let's get out of here before Halton comes for a little chat with us.
All right, but before we do, I want a little chat of my own with that bastard torturer.
Mors, we don't have time for that.
No! 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 Ah!
No! Not that!
Luckily for your friends, they are already dead. However, your pain is just beginning.
I think that should do it. Are you done?
This whoreson was lucky. He was dead before I could really enjoy myself. Gawain, it's you. I didn't expect to see you again.
I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do, considering the state I was in. I needed time to come up with a plan. I needed to stay hidden. When I got up there, I came across my brother. And it's because of him that I was able to come back.
2 Sarwicks for the price of 1. Such an incredible honor. What concerns me slightly, though, is why you are here. What are you doing in this damned castle, Alistair?
Where should I begin? Do you remember Valar?
I do. I still have a score to settle with your bastard brother.
Well, he's been trying to snatch Riverspring for a while now, and he's close to succeeding. After several setbacks, it became clear that Halton was the last ally I had against him. But I had not counted on him being such a swine. He even had my father murdered. And without knowing it, I had helped him.
That's not like you to be so naive, brother. But I swear, Halton will pay for everything he's done.
vile creature. Death is too good for you. Give me some time, Mors.
I didn't think we had time for this, Alistair.
Go! You got to have your fun with your torturer, didn't you? Let me have mine.
As you wish.
No, I can help you. Spare me!
Nothing you can say is of any consequence to me. First you will experience pain, and then you will die. I'm not finished yet. I'm only getting started.
Alistair, I really need to find my dog.
And we will, as long as I get to kill the other ones.
There you go, old boy. Gently does it.
I don't know why you go to so much trouble for this dog.
We've been together a long time, he and I. He'll help us, you'll see. I was able to help Gawain escape because of him.
Well, I hope he will help us, because Halton still awaits his fate.
Wait. It seems that one of these guards carries Jane's scent.
What are you talking about?
It's a young woman that Halton is holding. The damn fool thinks he can join in the Game of Thrones by using her.
And what are you planning to do about it?
You have to trust me, Alistair. There isn't time to explain. We have to follow this trail to find her right now. You know them?
I had a little word with them earlier. They might seem dangerous, but I made sure they won't be able to lift a sword for a few days. They won't give us any problems.
Have mercy, my lord. We won't say anything.
What about my brother? Did you show him mercy? Go to the darkness!
Good. Let's go on.
Boy, watch how you talk about Lady Marianne. God help you.
I can't help it if I want to give her one. Anyway, that little niece would definitely say yes. I know it.
You could have her. But the other one? Pregnant woman? You really have no shame.
A hole is a hole, and hers smells good to me.
Bugger off before I kick your teeth out, stinking animal!
Enough! Enemies are within our walls, so you will do as I say.
Enemies? Good. I can't wait to see them put you on a spit.
You little bitch!
Marianne, what are you doing here? You ought to have stayed quiet in that chest.
Trickery will get you nowhere. You should know that I have already warned my uncle. This place will soon be crawling with guards, traitor.
Bring them. I'm waiting.
Jane!
Mors! Thank the Seven, you're alive! But what have those animals done to you?
Nothing compared to what I've done to them. We've come to get you out of here.
Not likely, I'm afraid. Tell me, Alistair. Does threatening women run in the family? It was your brother last time.
Silence, you soulless whore! Gawain is dead. If you dare speak another word about him, it will be the last word you utter. Mors, we've got the girl. Now I want Halton.
Who are you?
This is Alistair Sarwick. He's an old friend and loyal to us.
Alistair? The servants have spoken of you. You are one of this pig's guests. Mors, I don't trust your friend.
He saved my life just now. That's all I need to know.
If you're right, why is he here in this castle?
We can discuss this once we're outside these walls.
Did you hear that? Someone is coming.
Harden, there you are.
Alistair, what is this act of treachery?
Take one step further and I'll gut you like a fish.
How dare you!
You poisoned my father. Then you murdered my brother in your vile dungeons. You lied and manipulated me. And now you dare accuse me of treachery.
Your father was well aware of the price he would have to pay for standing in my way. You are making the same mistake as your father. Listen, my niece has played no part in this. If you let her go, I will spare your lives.
You can scheme all day, Harlton, but Jane will never stay with you.
You are surrounded and trapped at the top of my castle. Tell me, how do you hope to survive?
You know perfectly well how. If you let us leave the castle with Jane, we will spare your niece. You have my word as a knight.
I cannot do that, I'm afraid. Release her immediately or pay with your lives.
Uncle, please!
Silence, Marianne. You brought this on yourself. Careful now. Think hard about what you're doing.
Alistair, stay your hand.
Did you hear that, Marianne? Your own uncle cares not whether you live or die.
That's not true. If you let her go, you can both walk free from here. You have my word.
He lies! I know it. Don't do it, Alistair.
That he's lying, I have no doubt. But killing Marianne won't help us here.
Get out of my sight before I change my mind.
You made the right choice. Death over dishonor.
Well, you are more stupid than I originally thought. I don't care for your values. Honor won't save you now. It looks like I have you at my mercy. Kill them, but don't harm the girl.
No!
Stop, all of you! No one fire! Jane, my child, don't do anything rash. Your life is too precious to me. Think about it. I'm offering you a future as Queen of Westeros.
I'd advise you to try nothing. Otherwise you risk killing the child.
Mors, this is our chance.
What do you mean?
You remember that night with the Frey twins, when their father came storming into the bedroom?
You broke your leg, if I remember well. We're too old for such foolery. Besides, Jane would never survive.
Well, do you have a better idea?
We'll never leave Jane.
Mors, they won't hurt me. Not while I have this child within me.
Jane, no.
You made the right choice, my child. You two, lay down your arms immediately. It's over.
Get ready, Mors. Harden! By R'hllor, you will pay for my family's death. Stop this!
Take the girl away, and keep her under close guard. As for these dogs, bring me their heads before nightfall.
Mors.
Best to keep going, Alistair. We shouldn't stop now.
Relax, Mors. We need to gather our strength. Besides, we haven't seen anyone on our tail since yesterday. They're probably still searching the castle ditches for our bodies.
If we see them, it's already too late. Harton won't give up that easily. Maybe if we avoid building fires.
Listen, we're soaked, and the wind is like 1,000 icy daggers. I would rather die by the sword than by sickness.
15 years in the wall's shadow makes you get used to the cold. You will too.
I'm not so sure. Anyway, you never did tell me how you ended up in those dungeons. I would have thought you were protected from the political scheming of the Seven Kingdoms up at the wall. Something very important must have happened to get you involved in all that again. It had something to do with the girl, didn't it?
Yes. Good old John asked me to protect Jane.
Of course. Just like you to take on a dubious mission with nothing but John Aaron's word.
True enough. Well, I couldn't protect her by staying at Castle Black. I had to take her south, to get her out of harm's way, where no one would find her. I decided to take her to the house where I'd left my family, but we fell into a trap. Some escort I turned out to be.
Your house in the Riverlands? Why the flame did you go there?
I thought we would be safe there, and I wanted to see Taya and Serena again. But do you know what I found? Their graves. They're dead, Alistair. They've been dead all these years, and I had no idea. I took the Black only because I thought that you would be protecting them.
I am so sorry, Moors. There's nothing to ease that kind of pain, I know.
What happened? When was it?
I don't know. Probably the work of brigands. It was just after the war ended. Soldiers and deserters were scouring the country. There was so much to do. I couldn't stay with your family each and every day. But when I returned to them, it was already too late. I paid them my last respects and buried them. It was all I could do.
That's all? You swore you would protect them, you bastard. You gave me your oath. You knew they were dangerous lands, and you left them in the middle of nowhere?
Blame me all you want if it helps you. I have cursed myself more than you ever could.
I doubt that. You would already have stuck a knife in your chest.
You were already at the wall. You didn't know what was happening at the time. Armies in disarray, everyone clamoring to win the new king's favor, scores being settled. I did what I could to protect your family, and I failed. But it was not me that put them in danger in the first place.
So now you blame me? I was ready to receive my punishment, and you urged me to take the Black to avoid it. They would have had nothing to fear if I'd never listened to you.
Horse shit! They would have died anyway, along with you. The moment you defied Lord Tywin Lannister, you condemned them along with yourself. I should never have let you do something so reckless.
So you think I should have murdered Princess Elia? A young girl and her barely weaned children. I could never carry out such an order.
But you had to. It was war. The Lannisters had to prove their loyalty to the Baratheons. Lord Tywin could not allow one of his knights to refuse an order at the time. You know the reigns of Castamere as well as I do, Moors. Tywin Lannister is so merciless that a song was made of his cruelty. You knew your refusal would put your family in danger, but that didn't matter, did it? Your precious honor always comes first.
Damn you, Alistair.
It's easy for you, isn't it? You have always acted first without regard for consequences, leaving others to pay for what you've done. After you left, I fell into disgrace and was left to take care of your family. And what good did it do? Did you know that Lord Tywin ordered Gregor the Mountain to do the job you refused? The way in which he massacred the princess and her children is one of the most vile stories to come out of that damned war. You could not have saved them. You condemned Taya and Serena, and you dragged me down with you. So much for all the good that came of your fucking honor.
Do you think I have never thought of that? For 15 years, I have kept endless watch on freezing nights. I have had little else to do except reflect on my choices. When we became knights, we swore an oath to protect the weak. That's what I've always done.
This world has no place for honor like that anymore, my friend.
Then I belong in the past. This is who I am, Alistair, and I will never change. My rightful place is at the wall. Everywhere else, the vile and ambitious prosper, while the just perish. Sworn brothers live only by their oath. Their duty is the only thing that gives meaning to their lives. It is the only place where I can be myself, and not put anyone in danger.
Why did you not stay there?
Jane. I can save her. I swore I would do it.
Ah, yes. Jane.
I cannot leave her with Halton. I will go alone if I have to, but I need to get her out of there.
You never change. No matter what the risks are, you do as you see fit. But don't worry. I have my own matters to settle with that little shit. I will go with you.
Thank you, old friend.
Now, tell me. I still don't know who this girl is, and what everyone wants with her.
She is of Targaryen blood. And on top of that, she is carrying the unborn bastard of King Robert. Jon Arryn knew about the child, and tried to hide her by sending her north. Because of that, there are many who will do anything to get their hands on her and her child.
I see. Halton is using her child to rally the supporters of the old regime to his cause.
If only it were just Halton. Even your bastard brother is after Jane.
I was aware of that, yes. I heard about this. It's not just Valar that we have to deal with here. That snake has done well for himself since the rebellion. He's now in the service of the Queen herself.
How do you know all of this?
I went to the Red Keep on my return. There I learned that the Queen was taking advantage of Jon Arryn's death to eliminate all of King Robert's bastards. From what I heard, Valar was her chief huntsman. Your Jane is on his list. That's why he's after you. And he won't stop until he has the girl.
Valar. I look forward to destroying him myself.
I've watched how he works. He has changed. He is a powerful enemy now.
We should deal with Jane first. Once we have her, we can go after your brother.
We need supplies and a plan if we're to rescue Jane from Halton's grasp. We should go back to Riverspring.
Agreed. Well, what are we waiting for?